Just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming.
of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network with your host, Phil Grandy.
My approach to building the economy of the future is working. And when you see these big projects in your hometown and cranes going up, shovels in the ground, workers with hard hats, I want you to feel the way I feel. Pride.
Pride, really? Well, how can you have any pride with the spending going wild, what he has done to this country? Was he nuts? The government's annual income is around $3.3 trillion. But after expenses, we're losing a net. If this was a business, which it is, our country is a business, we're in the hole every year, minimum $1.2 trillion. We're borrowing $5 billion a day, or printing, combination of both. Our net worth, this country is negative. Negative. $20.4 trillion. Are you nuts? And he's bragging about this? The national debt at $31 trillion is rising 36% faster than he's growing the economy. Historic number of people have more than one job so they can survive. Wages adjusted for inflation is at a 12-year decline. I mean, this is crazy. He goes on and says this stuff. This is nuts. This is just absolutely nuts. And they're going to spend more money. They got this omnibus bill that's coming out. That's crazy. With all the money we've already been spending, I mean, we've been spending $5 trillion already on this green and social welfare programs. $5 trillion. He spent $5 trillion on these green programs and social welfare programs. That's why we got to pay people so much money. You saw the job numbers today. You saw where the inflation is. Wages are going up, going through the roof. So we had a wage per hour for this month up 18 cents. And if you look at 2021, our wages are up 4.7%. But this year, from 4.7, we went up to 5.1. That's huge. 5.1%. That's why you saw this morning, the market went down 400 points on that news. 400 points. And then, of course, the plunger team went in and bought futures. And by the time, and I told my members, when the market opened, I said, don't worry, the market was down about 250 because it was at minus 400, dropped to 250. I said, they're going to rally this market. I said, so it's going to go back to positive. And it is positive. It's back up now, 55 points. That was from my pre-market of a negative 400. We're positive 55. How do you think they did that? It's called the plunger team. They go in and buy futures and keep propping the market up. Remember, I told you they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. This is what we've been calling. We've been doing it for almost 50 years. This is a Wall Street investment bank rally, year-end Christmas rally for the investment banks. Last year, as I told you yesterday, they had a pool of about $47 billion to give to their workers. If you're an analyst at Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley or J.P. Morgan, 1 or 2 year analyst, you get about $125 a year. But what you depend on is your $255,000 bonus at the end of the year. And they panicked this year because the pool is going to drop anywhere from 25% to 35%. So they've been trying to rally this market, and that's why all of a sudden you started to see in October, you started to see them buying bonds. Now, what's that mean? Well, if you go and take a look at TLT, that's a symbol, put it on a chart, that's your 20-year treasury. What they did is They went to the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve goes to the Treasury. Hey, let's print money and let's give the money to J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, okay, and the boys, the 5 largest investment banks, and let them print money. Let them go, give them the money. Let them go buy treasuries. And when they buy treasuries, the yield drops. And when the yields drop, what goes up? That's right, your tech stocks. Remember, the tech stocks have gone down 38%. This whole crash of 2000, remember, this crash started in January 2021. We're almost at the end of the year right now, December, right? And we're still in the crash. What led the crash with the tech stocks? They went down about 32, 36% because in November of 2021, they stopped the program. The program was over. They said no more QE, no more zero rates. Rates got to go back up. We got to fight inflation. And the minute they did that in November of 2021, by January, the market was in a full-fledged crash. 47 weeks. That's insane. In comparison, as I told you before, many times before, the 20% drop we had in 2018 was about a 11-week drop, 12-week drop, and they rallied right back up. And in 2020, as you refer to as the pandemic crash, went down about 5 weeks rather, and went right back up 127%. How is that possible? Because we were doing QE back then. All they had to do is print money, buy treasuries, go take a look at TLT, buy treasuries, and your TLT's going up. Take a look at your yields, they're going down. And then take a look at your tech stocks, they're going up. The other day, the same thing happened. I told my members about 3 weeks ago, I said, you watch what they're going to do. Matter of fact, I'll give you the date. I said on the 23rd of November, I said, let's buy Microsoft, let's buy Apple, let's buy the Qs. I mean, don't buy them all. Pick one. You could pick Apple, Microsoft, the Qs, or XLK. And this was November 23rd because I said they're going to rally this market because they need to rally the market, the tech stocks. They got to get the yields down to push the tech stocks up. And that's exactly what they do. If you took a look at the other day, what happened? We had that big rally the other day. What pushed the S&P over the 200-day moving average? What pushed it up? It was the tech stocks. All of a sudden, go look on the chart. They exploded to the upside because they financially engineered the market to go in and buy those treasuries. And if you looked at TLT, boom, went straight up. Yield came straight down. And the tech stocks, Apple, Microsoft, Qs, went straight up. So they're still in this program right now of this what we call the rally at the end of the year. Remember, the big investment bankers, they're very fearful because if they don't have big bonuses for these guys, they only pay them $125,000. If you live in New York City, anybody ever lived in New York City, especially Manhattan, you know $125,000 doesn't go anywhere. It means it's like making $50,000 a year here in Sarasota. So, and the big problem for these investment banks, when they don't give their bonuses out, or they cut the bonus in half or by a quarter, then Morgan Stanley will call the guy at Goldman Sachs. I see you didn't get most of your bonus. No, I didn't get half of it. I tell you, why don't you come work for me, and I'll make that up to you. And what are you making now? $125,000? I'll give you $150,000, and I'll give you that whole bonus. It causes chaos on Wall Street. That's why they get together and create this fake rally. We'll be back with much more.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Merry Christmas from Phil Grandy and everyone at Phil's Gang. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of knowledge. Join Phil's Gang and navigate the market with confidence. Here's Phil Grandy.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. As I said, on November 23rd, I told my members, and I told them to buy the spiders because we're going to have a rally, a year-end Christmas rally. and it's going to be a rally. It's going to be who's going to drive that rally is going to be the big investment banks, and we've been right on that. And I said, even though that the stock market collapsed because of the big tech stocks, because money is no longer going to growth stocks, money is being shifted into value stocks, they're going to need these stocks, because for 13 years they drove the stock market through financial engineering called QE. They drove it up 1,200%, stopped, market dropped, the tech stocks dropped 36%. Now they need this year-end rally. They can't do it with GE. They can't do it with Honeywell because they're so tied into these tech stocks. Their whole being is around these tech stocks. I said, you watch. From that date, November, I gave them, November 23rd, I said, you're going to see them rally this right up to the end of the year so they get their bonuses. And we've been right so far. Here's something else that's going on. So Biden's talking about how strong and how proud he is of what he did with this country. Well, he put this country into bankruptcy, for God's sakes. He has spent $5 trillion on green and social programs, $5 trillion. He's doing now another $2 trillion on the omnibus bill. Let me explain that. This really aggravates me. $2 trillion. And guess who's pushing that bill through? Republicans. Some other Republicans are pushing that bill through. If none of the Republicans back that omnibus bill, and what that is they take these big programs. Every time they pass a bill, you're supposed to sit down and you're supposed to negotiate it, and there's hearings and there's committees and there's a lot of work that goes in to get something approved, an individual bill. What they do instead is put these big bills, big spending bills together, and they do it in a back room. So nobody knows what's going on. And then there's no hearings, nothing, right? And they passed the bill. This is going to be more inflation. That's why I had a laugh yesterday when Powell comes out and says, well, I think we now can start reducing rates. Yeah, we can start reducing from 75 to 50, maybe to 25, because, inflation's going down. Really? Inflation's going to get worse. So these Republicans... See, this is what Democrats wouldn't do. The Democrats, when they go on the floor, they stick together. They could hate each other. It could be a knife fight out in the hallway. But when they go to that floor, they stick together. Republicans don't do that. They don't do that. They'll stab each other in the back right on the floor. So you got about 10 Republicans, okay, that's in the Senate that you can thank for pushing another $2 trillion bill going through. And also remember, these same Republicans pushed through the Inflation Reduction Bill, which they said, Inflation Reduction Bill, it's going to reduce inflation. They spent $2 million on a ski area in Iowa. They spent $2 million on a golf course. They spent $50 million on an electric ferry boat. An electric ferry boat that goes from one side to the other shore to get to 800 people. I mean, $50 million on a bird sanctuary. And this is supposed to be the Inflation Reduction Act? No, inflation went up. This is the garbage that's going on. That's why I can't stand Republicans and I can't stand Democrats. But one thing you got to give Democrats, they're good at what they do. They really know how to do it. They stick together. Now, today what happened? I had the job numbers. Comes out 263,000 jobs. But here's what you look at. You look at wages. It's always wages. Wages is where the big inflation is. Yesterday, Powell was making a big deal about the PCE. PCE means they identify what you and I spend. And he goes, oh man, look at this. In September, we were at 0.5, and just October, we dropped to 0.3. Wow, I can stop taking my rates now and stop raising it 75 basis points. I can bring it down to maybe 50, maybe 25, because we dropped from 0.5 to 0.3 over the month. What's he, nuts? He uses 1 month. Remember when Biden turned around, he got all excited? He said, zero. We had zero inflation in the month of July, I thought it was. Remember, zero inflation is parading around. So now he looks at the month. But if you go look at the year over year, from 2021, we were 5.1%. But guess what we are this year, 2022 year to date? We're at 6.2%. But he's not going to use that. He's going to use his favorite indicator of inflation is monthly, which is stupid. That's the problem when you have academics and you have bureaucrats running the Fed or the Treasury. So let's move on. So today, wages come out. They went up for the month of November, 18 cents an hour. Wages in 2021 to 2022 has gone from 4.7% to 5.1%. And that's why you saw this big drop in the market this morning, 400 points. This is crazy. Remember, wages is one of the three inflation stimulus, along with dollar printing. See, it's always the dollar and wages. That's what you look at. You don't look at the stupid PCE, what you and I are spending. You look at the wages. And then and then we have Yellen come out the other night and she blames everybody, the recession, on spending. No, not on spending money on the ski area, the $2 million on the ski area in Iowa. And then there was another ski area somewhere else they spent another $4 million on, in the golf course, whatever that was, $50 million. I don't know what the hell it was. But listen what she comes out and here's what Yellen comes out and says about inflation.
They suddenly started splurging on goods, buying technology. We suddenly working through technology, and bottlenecks started developing where supply in particular important sectors of the economy just couldn't keep up with demand.
Lie. That was a lie. Imagine she's saying this inflation that we're suffering with is coming from you going out and buying a grill. That's a bold-faced lie. The inflation comes from the money that they're printing and giving to all these welfare programs. All this inflation is coming from government because they're the ones who creates the money. They're the ones who creates the stimulus. It's not us that's causing it. It's government. Another lie, like transitory.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. It's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Stock market may be up one day and down the next, but one thing stays consistent. Sound advice from Phil Grandy and Phil's Gang. We're thankful to have opportunities to invest and grow wealth. Happy holidays from Phil's Gang.
And don't forget, you can join our gang free for 10 days. That's right. Try it out for 10 days. And you get our color-coded chart that tells you when to buy and when to sell. That's where you're going to learn how to sell short over 10 days. That tool that we developed took 6 years, actually more than that, but let's say 6 years to develop. It's color-coded. It tells you when to buy, when to sell. You get to use that for 10 days while you're learning, because it's so important for you to learn two things. How to sell a stock short, so when the market's going down or your stock's going down, after you've been in a stock, give you an example, like stocks we've been in, like Goldman Sachs, we're up 15%. When that starts going back down, we're not going to go out and look for another stock to buy that's going to go up. We just switch our position and short it, and our color-coded chart gives us that confidence to do it because it will turn solid red. And on the way down, as we're shorting it, if it starts turning yellow, it warns us more buyers are coming in than there's sellers, and it helps us turn our position and go back up again. It works. Over 10 days, you convince yourself. I don't have to sell you on it. You'll sell yourself on it. It works. But if you don't learn how to sell short, just like you do buying long, you got to have both sides of the table. You got to be able to sell and you got to be able to buy. You got to be able to sell short, because otherwise, if you don't sell short, when all the stocks start going down and you get out, you're running around trying to find a stock that's going up. You're going against the trend. God, it's so frustrating. So check it out. Check it out, okay? We got a great website there. I think our education program here is better than any in the country. I really mean that. But you'll check that out yourself, and you make that decision if I'm full of crap or not. All right, so let's get back to what's going on. After this rally, and we're going to have a rally, believe me, and we've already had. Since October, we've been up. Matter of fact, since November, when we bought those stocks, we've been up. Matter of fact, we've been up. Goldman Sachs 15%, Boeing 25%. Our gold. Nobody wanted gold. See, that's when you buy stocks when nobody wants them, when they're not popular. I kept telling to my members, and I kept telling you on the air, buy gold mining stocks, not gold, not the billion, the mining stocks. So our AU right now, we're up 19%. Nike fell 70%. 70%. And I said to my members, we're going to buy Nike because nobody wants it, 70%. And our color-coded chart will tell us when we can really start adding some serious shares, start buying some serious shares. So let's get in now. We call it getting in with a scout, small amount of shares. And Nike's up 23%. 23%. Nobody wanted Nike. That's what you do. You find stocks that nobody wants. And then the color-coded chart follows money. You can't listen to their garbage. You don't buy a stock based on fundamentals anymore. You buy a stock strictly on, is money going in? We buy. Money's going out? We sell short. You can't believe a thing they tell you. And not only in Congress, Washington, you can't believe them. You can't believe Wall Street. Look what Wall Street's doing now. But we're taking advantage of it. They're rigging a stock market to go up between now and the end of the year so they can get that bonus pool. And we'll make money off it. And then when they pull out, they get their bonus and they pull their bids out and the market goes straight back down, we'll be selling it short. But let's think about what they're telling, how great our economy is. Everything's doing wonderful. Really? Really? Give me a break. Look, this spending is going to kill us after January and February. You watch, things are going to get worse. They just added this omnibus bill to the $5 trillion they already spent on socialism, okay, and welfare programs. That's why we have to keep paying wages. You can't get people to work. They're making too much money at home from these government programs. So that's why wages keep going up. That creates inflation. So think about it. Wages is going up while oil's going down 40%. Materials that manufacturers use are going down. Manufacturing, is going down. We had a huge drop in manufacturing. New orders are going down. Demand is going down. But wages are going up. We have to pay people higher wages? Sure, because the people that used to work are at home getting all these welfare programs. And at the same time, these welfare programs are killing us. And by the way, when the housing market, remember, the housing market is going to be worse than it was in 2008 because the housing market in 24 months, homes went up 42%. That's nuts. Look at, it's not, she's trying to say we're the blame, the consumers are blame because we went out and bought grills and all this other stuff. That's not true. All that spending comes from the government. They provide the money. That's where the inflation is. They're the problem. The American Rescue Plan, for God's sakes. Look at the then the American Family Plan. This is crazy. Then they have the Child Tax Credit Plan, Inflation Reduction Act. And in the Inflation Reduction Act, I just told you a minute ago, they spent $2 million on a ski area in Iowa, $2 million on a golf course, $50 million on an electric ferry boat, $50 million on a bird sanctuary, another $3 million on a golf course, and I don't know where it is, but it's another $3 million on a not a golf course, $3 million on another ski area somewhere out west. This is what they're doing with the money. So, but please remember this. The biggest inflation, where the inflation comes from, don't look at that PCE. That's stupid. Oh boy, spending went down from 0.5 down to 0.3. Wow, let's stop. Let's not raise rates anymore. What are you, nuts? We got inflation going galore, and it's going to keep getting worse because inflation comes from the biggest driver of inflation, believe me, is your dollar and your wages. I said that back in August. I told everybody, watch your dollar and wages. I have a cut here. Go ahead and play it for me. And I warned everybody. That's where the inflation comes from. Oh, okay. All right, we'll get that racked up. But but back in August, I warned dollar in wage. Because here's what happens. Wages, if you run a business, you know that wages is the biggest problem. Okay, that's the biggest overhead you have is wages. Everybody knows that. So when you have inflation, the poor employees, the purchasing power of their dollar gets killed. So they have to come back and ask for raises. So the dollar gets slaughtered. So that makes the employee, he can't, what can he buy? You know, his wages are so poor, the inflation's killing him. So he comes back and he asks for more money. He needs a raise. He needs a raise. So the dollar keeps dropping. That kills our economy, right? The dollar keeps dropping. That means the buying power is dead. As the buying power goes down, we have to give them more wages. So the inflation is from the dollar going down, getting destroyed, and the wages going up. It doesn't come from the PCE. And they're trying to say, oh, yes, it's you're spending. You went out and bought a grill. That's what this idiot's saying, yelling. You went out and bought a grill. Are you kidding me? When they're sending out money for $2 million on a ski area and a $50 million electric ferry boat? Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. I mean, what's his name? Who's the head of the transportation department? He should be impeached. Buttigieg. Imagine he's okaying a $50 million. That comes under him. Buttigieg is okaying a $50 million electric ferry boat. That's in his department. That's transportation. And he's not going to get impeached. He should be impeached with the same people who are in charge of the border. But what do we do about all this? What about our wealth? What do we do in the stock market? That's what you should learn about. That's what you need to know about. And we're going to talk about that when I get back. Because there's opportunity with all this craziness going on, especially inflation. You got to know, you got to look for it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of the people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What, are you nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Stock market may be up one day and down the next, but one thing stays consistent. Sound advice from Phil Grandy and Phil's Gang. We're thankful to have opportunities to invest and grow wealth. Happy holidays from Phil's Gang.
And thank you for listening to our show. My name is Steve Celeste. I'm the Director of Education for philsgang.com and the Phil's Gang Radio Show. And I just want to take this time to tell you how to join the 10-day free trial. It's as simple as going to www.philsgang.com. On the top of the site, click Get Started. On the next page, click on the big red banner for the Working Investor Plan. And that's all you have to do. And also during this time, during this holiday season, I invite...
Thank you, Steve. You also can call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, and you can join that way and get whatever information you need. And you can talk to a human being, 877-600-GANG. Look, we've been right about this market all along. We shorted this market since January. And that's why I keep telling you, the poor people that are in 401ks, you lost at least 25, 27% of your money. You got to get 36%. You went down 27%, but you're going to need about 36% again to get break even. That's tough to do. Once you learn how to short, you'll love it, and it makes a big difference. Big difference. Because then you only have to look at a smaller amount of stocks. We suggest, like all pros, any pro, I don't care who it is, if you talk to any pro that's been in the market for a long time and ask how many stocks are you investing in, he'll tell you 5, 6. Some will just do 3 because they know how to short. See, that makes the difference. Because the people that don't know how to short when the market's going down or their stock's going down, get me out, get me out, get me out. All right, what are you going to do now? I'm going to buy one that's going up. Yeah, but the reason your stock's going down is because the market's going down. Take a look at the S&P. Take a look at the NASDAQ. The trend is down. That's why your stock's going down. So why are you going to go back and buy a stock? Because Kramer told you to? How's that worked out for you? And all this buying on a dip. Instead, you just switch your position and sell short. And with the Pro 2 color-coded chart that we designed, what a tool that is. What an aid that is. And at the end of the 10 days, you're going to go, oh, my God, I wish I did this so much earlier. All right, check it out. Now, I want you to understand. Once you understand how to sell short and how to buy, now you control the market and you let the pattern of the stock come to you. Then you execute. You don't chase stocks around. And right now, always remember this. The biggest driver of inflation is the dollar. When it starts crashing, when the weakness of the dollar, that creates tremendous inflation because of all the dollar printing. All the dollar printing kills you, creates inflation. Today, wages, why do you think this morning when they reported on the wages going up, the stock market dropped 400 points right before the market opened? Because that's inflation. Also, when you start taking, when you have money printing, you have rate easing, what he's going to start doing in December here, he's out of his mind. So what? That oil's down 40%, or manufacturing is down, or new orders are down, demand's down. What's not fixed is the dollar and wages. Wages are still going up. Dollar's going to get worse after the first of the year. You watch, dollar's going to collapse. So you think, oh, dollar's collapsing, wages going up. Oh, that. Don't worry about that. They're telling you, don't worry about that. But look at oil's down, and manufacturing's down, and new orders are down. Oh my God! So we're so inflation's almost over. Yeah, we're going to be fine. No, you're not. No, you're not. But when you reach that point, again, you sit there and you all of a sudden it hits you, and you go, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense what they're telling us. All this inflation, all this crap. It's really simple. It's those wages that go up is the killer. And they're trying to sell us today oh no, it's the consumer. You went out and you purchased stuff. You purchased a grill. Hear her say that? Remember she said that? Where is that damn thing? Okay. And this is unbelievable.
After our November meeting, we noted that we anticipated that ongoing rate increases.
I'm sorry.
They suddenly started splurging on goods, buying technology. We suddenly working through technology, and bottlenecks started developing where supply in particular important sectors of the economy just couldn't keep up with demand.
We cut it early. It was just talking about they're buying grills. They're buying grills. That's why we have inflation. What are you, nuts? When they're printing money and they're putting out all these programs, that's the problem. They have drove inflation insane. Inflation under Biden's going up 15%, drove us up to 8%. And we've had now, 16 rate cuts. And it hasn't even touched the 8.2%. Hasn't even touched it. And now he's saying he's going to lay off. The reason he's laying off, he says, I'm going to start laying off, because he wants the market to go up. And look what happened today. We were down 400 points, and then we started to go positive again. His whole thing is to help Wall Street to get those bonuses. That's what he's doing right now. But to myself and my gang and everybody here, it doesn't matter to us. Because whether the market goes up or the market goes down, it doesn't matter. Because we can trade it either way, and we have the tools to do it. That's what you're missing. So stop listening to these people that are telling you all this nonsense about, well, because oil's down and this is down, and that's down, inflation is starting to drop. Now, it's not. Inflation is going to get worse because wages, there's going to be more demand for wages. Why? Because the dollar is going to get destroyed. The dollar is going to get destroyed. You watch what happens between January and June. Dollar is going to get totally destroyed. So that means without the purchasing power, wages got to go up. That's what happened today. Today was a precursor to what's going to happen starting from January to June. So please go to my site, sign up over the weekend, and take advantage of the 10 days free and learn how to sell short. Sell short. Remember, these people are nuts. Everything they're telling you is not to help us. It's not. I mean, think about what they did to us. We got a record $15 trillion in subprime auto loans. And the default in those subprime auto loans are record high. Record high. This is crazy. Utility bills. I checked back on it today. They're past due. Still, they went from 15 million to 20 million people past due. Now we're at 28 million on utility bills, and they're telling us inflation's over. Rents up 15% year over year. There's 8.8 million renters. Matter of fact, it's up now. I think it's 10.2 million renters that are behind 120 days. Because inflation kills you. Because inflation comes from a weakening dollar, and inflation comes from the wages you need. Look what they did at the railroad. Look what they did with the wages. They increased them 24%. That's where the inflation comes from. And then the big spending. They won't stop spending. This omnibus bill is sickening. And the Republicans could have stopped it. But I think there's 13 Republicans are going to go for it. I mean, you imagine after he already wasted $5 trillion and then $7 trillion. Now he's going to add another $2 trillion on his omnibus bill. And the Republicans went along with it. That's all inflation. Listen, unless the government stops spending, you better learn how to sell short. And then we get these kind of rallies, you'll know how to buy the rallies. You got to know how to buy and sell. I always tell you, you can't would you ever buy a car that has no reverse? Are you nuts? Of course you wouldn't. But you're buying a stock with no reverse. And then when the stock goes down, what do? You sit there and call your broker, what do I do? What do I do? And they'll tell you either buy in a dip or cost average down. Fire them when they say that. My God. I mean, between the Inflation Act, the child tax credits, the American Rescue Plan, the American Family Plan, the American, what's the other crazy one? Infrastructure bill. Until they stop this spending, inflation's going to get worse, dollar's going to crash. Please learn how to sell short. Join my gang tonight, philsgang.com. Have a safe weekend. See you on the show.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.